Shalom. I like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I'm sure some of you brothers might be able to recall this movie Blood Diamonds, specifically this scene. I want to utilize it as a backdrop and filter it through the scriptures because through the Spirit, this is a depiction of the condition that the nation of Israel will be in the latter days. If you can recall this scene, these men here, they're under the hand of their oppressor, and they're in the places of drawing waters. I want to allow this to play here, right? As I segue through these various precepts. And what do we see here? We see Judges chapter 5, verse 11, right? And it reads, they that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing waters. Now, why would we be drawing waters? Because we're yet still this day in our captivity. And the they that are delivered, that's referring to the elect. Consider what the Lord stated in Matthew chapter 24, verse 31. He's only coming to gather his elect, and his elect are the children of Israel. Thus saith Isaiah chapter 45, verse 4, right? And the elect are also known as his chosen. And we see that in Isaiah chapter 44, verse 1. So that's what the scriptures mean by they that are delivered. Now, from the noise of archers, because remember, what do archers shoot? Arrows. And what's arrows refer to when you look it up? That's going into those nuclear missiles that's going to hit America, aka Babylon the Great, and turn it into a lake of fire. All right? Remember what the angels saw in the book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 13. And it reads, and the stars of heaven fell to the earth. What are those stars? Those are those nuclear missiles. Even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. Now, let's go back to this scripture here. Let's proceed. It reads, there they shall rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, and the Lord in all caps is Yahweh, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of the villages of Israel. And Israel is a people before it's a place. Let's get something else that our forefathers mentioned about our captivity. Baruch chapter 3, verse 8, it tells us, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our forefathers, which departed from Yahweh our power. But the beauty of knowing these scriptures is also knowing that the Lord has had mercy upon us, right? Because remember, a man's comings and goings are of the Lord. And that's what makes this scene so critical, because it reminded me of the parable of the hidden treasure and pearls. Because remember, even though we're yet this day in our captivity, right? We're in the places of drawing water. The Lord allowed us to stumble upon this truth, right? Remember, a man's comings and goings are of the Lord. And now that we've found it, listen to this parable here, brothers. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden in a field, or in this man's case, in a creek or in a river, right? But nevertheless, it's referring to the world, all right? When a man has found it, he hid it again, and in his joy went and sold it with all he had and bought the field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant looking for fine pearls. When he had found one of great value, he went away and sold everything he had and bought it, which is beautiful, brothers. I mean, this is the best thing I've ever come across, right? Not a woman, not a job, not the bag. The best thing we can ever discover is the knowledge and understanding of this truth here, right? Let's come out of this. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 3, verse 13, and it reads, happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. The understanding what? Of the knowledge, the wisdom, understanding of this truth is likened unto a treasure, right? Pearls or fine gold. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 14, it tells us, for the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the grain thereof of fine gold. Even when Yahweh Shai was on the scene, consider what he said to his disciples in Matthew chapter 7, verse 6. It reads, give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rent you. You see, when we come across this knowledge, this truth, brothers, We found a treasure. We found gold. We found something that's more valuable than rubies, more valuable than the bag, right? And it's the onus is then on us because we're dealing with the Lord's money, right? We got to be wise servants. We can't be lazy Negroes when it comes to this truth. Consider what's written in the parable of the talents. I'll come right down and get to the point because there are some lazy servants out there. You have to understand that what you found, what you come across is extremely valuable, brothers, right? Look at this man here. He's about to put it in a napkin and tuck it away, right? Now, that brings me to verse 20. And I'll pause it right there. Verse 20. Then another servant, because we're all servants, right? Then another servant came and said, Sir, here is your manna. I have kept it laid away in a piece of cloth. He didn't do a damn thing with it. He didn't invest it. He didn't flip it. He did nothing. He just kept it tucked away. I was afraid of you because you are a hard man. You take out what you did not put in and reap what you did not sow. His master replied, I will judge you by your own words, you wicked servant. You knew, didn't you, that I am a hard man, taking out what I did not put in and reaping what I did not sow. Why then did you put my money on deposit so that when I came back, I could have collected it with interest? Then he said to those standing by, Take his manna away from him and give it to the one who has 10 mannas. Sir, they said, he already has 10. Then he replied, I tell you that everyone who has more will be given, but as for the one who has nothing, even what they have will be taken away. But for those enemies of mine who did not want me to be king over them, bring them here and kill them in front of me. You see, this is why we have to remember what has been given to us, what the Lord has allowed us to come across. It's an extremely valuable treasure. We can't take this and hide it in a napkin because the Lord is going to demand it of us upon his return. All right? Hopefully, this was edifying, brothers. Shalom.